That will be mostly helping you and making yourself getting a confirmation of approaching the markets without hesitation, without any lack of confidence. So that will be really going to be useful for you. We hope it so. You can enjoy by listening what the analysis we are going to make through the way of sharing the Nifty chart now. Then we will proceed with pre-market discussions. Just be online. See, this is what the Nifty's current structure. And as per this Nifty's behavior recently shown, we can now take these 3 or 4 days of sessions for an explanation. See, for this particular 3 days of higher high kind of pattern happened, yesterday's one was very crucial because the first time it has closed above 23,740 as our immediate behavior shift zone, which may be a minor impacted one, but anyhow, it should close continuously 2 days in a row above the 23,740. Previous close was happened around 23,600 only. So yesterday was the first time it has closed above the point. Because of that, it should actually continuously move above for the confirmation of continuation in the uptrend or attempts in the upside. But it is what the history telling based on our concept, whenever it is needed to be close or above or below the particular point we are providing, if it is not doing and if it is doing for one day and the next day it is not doing on the same concept, means the probability was already happened with the opposite direction, but that was treated as an retracement opportunity for the traders who are all believing a breakout or breakdown. In the way, this is what the first day close, and till the high of yesterday's one not getting broken, and till it is not getting closed above 23,740 above, which may not be a chance for giving a continued upside for the Nifty. But this is only based on the higher attempt it could not make. What it may be trying to do with the lower side of markets like today's one gap down. Yes, of course, while going onward with a positivity, particularly in the formation of higher highs and higher lows. If anything is happened in the negative way or in anything in the opposite way, we can utilize that particular actions for making an attempt to involve in the market for this particular structure. This particular structure is telling that until the Nifty getting closed below this particular low, because it was the thing we mentioned as until it is closing below 22,955, the bottom temporarily happened like we have mentioned in the previous sessions. So in that manner, until it is at least breaking below to that 16th March low, nothing to be worrying for the next leg of rally in the downside. It could not happen. It will not happen. Even we can say until it is closing, at least until it is breaking 22,955 again. So this is the reason we are telling today's gap down opening will be a chance for making a fresh entry or accumulated basis actions for those who missed the recent 3 days of upside rally. Make it as much as possible to utilize the rally on the downside, which is happening today, for entering into the long or building the further long positions. Do not think about the short positions, which can be only possible after the Nifty closes below today's first 15-minute low, and if it closes below to that point, there onwards you can see with the support of 23,100, that should be mainly maintained for the day. With the support of 23,100, you can see the bounce kind of activity will be happening. So this 23,100 should be noted in your diary or on chart. Whenever it is approaching this 23,100 for today or tomorrow, there you can initiate long positions or build, accumulate further positions. So that would be helping you to gain moderate to higher kind of profits with the target of 23,700 as a whole, or exactly to be say 23,740. So that is what the strategy for you all to make approaching the market in today's one. Then positionally, until otherwise it is closing this 10th March, as we have already explained well in the previous sessions, in the previous reports. This 10th March low of 24,079 as a whole, 24,080 we can say, to be approached by the way of closing above to the 24,080. And further to that 24,303 as mentioned should be closed to continue the upward attempt positionally, and to turn bullish in the activity, it should at least close 2 days in a row above this 24,303. If it is not happening, until it is happening, the range would be between this particular 24,079 low and 22,955. So about to 5% of broader range we are going to have with a volatility and needed, necessitated consolidation and all will be there for the Nifty between the zone from the positional perspective. So that is what the strategies one can follow for positional trading activities. That's it from showing this Nifty's chart and explaining on the same. We can now move to the pre-market discussion. See, as we have mentioned in our phrase, hesitant progress, we have observed the thing, the lack of conviction yesterday when compared to the previous day. Yesterday's one was gradually declined conviction, we can say, happened on the Nifty while approaching the breakout or resistance point. This is what the reason we have mentioned here as hesitant progress. Because of this upside momentum, even though there it has attempted or it has recorded, the progress was good, but the attitude of the Nifty and the Sensex was not in the way it has already traveled with the path of recovery. So that particular attitude was termed as hesitant. Because of that, the conviction also lacked, and the selling at the higher side, particularly the important resistance of 23,700 zone, it has again started attracting this selling without making it to close consecutively second day in a row. So this is the day it is again going to close below the point. Even 23,500 as a support point we have taken for confirmation the 2 days ago. That has respected, that has given the value for the 23,500, and even 200 and something point above it has maintained to close over 300 points. It has given in the way of doing upside attempts. In all the way it respected. But what the real story happens, it could not consecutively hold for the second day as per our concept is the main thing. The markets now experiencing the gap down open. With the gap down open, we can see the first 15-minute activities. As explained now, The first 15-minute high once closed above the point in the next immediate to any 15 minutes. You can take, if it is closing above the first 15-minute high means that is what the signal for the day traders. One can focus on long build-up, long side, fresh entry, or otherwise even average or accumulation purpose. One can approach the market. If so, if the confirmation given based on the first 15-minute high above close happen means the chances for Nifty attempting 23,300 will be having higher chance. So higher chances will be on immediate basis also may happen. If it crosses 23,300, then the 23,500 will be the only resistance or capping zone the Nifty will see. Conversely, if the first 15 minutes low gets closed below to that point, which one is happening first, that would be the direction for the entire day. If it closes below the point of first 15-minute low in any subsequent 15-minute candles, there one can see the extension of the selling probably happening. But for the action, what we are now describing on the lower side may not be having that much of possibilities because the gap down open will not be allowing that much of extension because the follow through actions on the selling may not be having as per the recent behavior we have observed. Anyhow, we are explaining that in case if closes first 15-minute low below, that can be taken as a signal for extension of the downside rally towards 23,100 as the immediate support. There you can cover all your shorts. From the positional perspective, as we have mentioned through the way of showing chart, it should conviction based closing is required to make an attempt for the northward. For that, it should close about 23,740 at least or 24,080 for a greater confirmation to make the trend and all getting turned. Otherwise, the volatility between the broader range what we have explained will be ruling the market. On the sectoral front, major sectors will be getting a hit today in the opening side. But anyhow, the sectors already have witnessed an attempt towards giving a short covering rally like automobile, bank, finance, real estate, IT, pharma, PSCs and all. As we have mentioned, it is an opportunity. Those sectors also can be expected to attract buying, even though the opening kind of actions on the downside. From the stocks front, the day traders can today focus on news-based one like Vedanta Limited. The interim dividend announcement may be announced with the meeting they are going to hold. Alchem Laboratories, Manappuram Finance, Nazara Technologies, Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders, NATCO Pharma, all based on the positive news that can be focused for getting an improved trading aspects on the day trading basis. So that's it from today's discussion on pre-market. We will again meet in the same pre-market discussion. Anyhow, this is going to be a great opportunistic day for every traders, short-term traders, even for investors. This is the second attempt the Nifty is going to take with the 23,000 support, 23,100 as a support. And even though it is breaking, a close below the 23,100 only can leave the Nifty to extend in the way of making further downside. Enjoy the opportunity and have a good and successful trading day. Thank you for participating in today's session. We'll meet again tomorrow. Bye-bye.